this is Jody from Jody's Gems Quilting, and I'm doing another recording because I can't remember from one year to the next what I do and how I do it when I I cover shoe boxes for Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes. Yes, I do. I know they have pre-printed ones, they have plastic ones, and I did need to do that this year because I ran out of time. But I had a collection of shoe boxes I saved over the last year. And I know that they don't take boots, boxes, nothing big, but just the size of a normal shoebox. So I am recording this because I mess up the first box every time. And I'm like, why don't I just record this and then I won't mess it up anymore. So hopefully we'll help you too. And thank you for all you do to make a difference in the world. Here's part of my finished boxes, as you can see. I covered them in paper this year. Sometimes I cover them in fabric. So hopefully you can see this, or I can see this because it's my memory. But I take a shoebox, which this one, a normal one with a separate lid is easy to do. You just cover them, wrap them, and tape them up and you're done. The lids have to be able to open because they do open each one as they come in just to check them. And so with this one, when it has an open flap, which most of mine did, I think all of them did this year, except for one, what I did was I measured my paper so that there is like a couple inches on each side to where I can bring it up and tape it inside. And then you have to make sure that you have enough that you can cover it this way. And you just check your paper. I had one box that was a little too big for this paper. This is the normal short size paper. So it comes up, and you want to be able to bring it around, bring it up over, and tuck on the other side. So you just have to check that before you get excited. So if it's too short, then you have to go to the long tubes. But this works great, and I've had this paper for a while. It's a brand new one, and it looks like a knitted sweater. So I thought it's perfect. What I started doing several years ago when the grandkids refused to help me, grandsons, because they're boys, refused to help me with packing. So what I did was I started doing gifts for girls, and I'm a quilter, as you know. And so I started doing gifts for 10 to 14-year-old girls. And I fill a shoe box with fabric, batting, needles, thread, scissors, everything they would need to be able to make a little quilt. So that and some jewelry, and I do some different things, but I don't do a lot of the school supply stuff because I don't need to. I do have another quilting friend, and she's got a great idea. She orders a bunch of soccer balls, and she does boys every year. And she orders the soccer balls deflated and gives them a soccer ball with a pump and a few little things. So she does the older kids too, which I think is a genius idea. So I just have a lot of fabric, and I thought this is a great way to pass it on. So as you can see, I am just covering that front side, bringing it around to the ends, folding it, and I'm taping it inside just to hold that in place. Then the only cutting I have to do is right here to this seam. That's what I messed up before. I was like, I don't remember what I did. And on this side. So if this is too long right here, you have to cut it down too. I had one box that was a little bit smaller, and I just cut all these papers the same size. All my boxes were pretty much the same except for those two. So then you're going to bring it up and over. And what I do is I fold that up and over this way, but then I want this tucked in. I don't want it, and I had to tuck it a couple times. And I do it just like that. Bring it over, wrap it, and tape it. And I was going to get another roll of tape ready, and I think I forgot. So all my presents are wrapped for Christmas. I hope you all have a great Christmas this year and every year. We are very blessed. We've had surgeries in our family. We've had all kinds of stuff going on, but God is good. And we're all healing nicely. And the weather's going to be beautiful this year. I know it's not white, but for traveling, it's much better. So what I'm doing, if you can see that, it's too dark in here. but it is basically just making sure that that stays put. You can always add some more tape later if you're finding that things aren't holding well enough. Okay, then you bring this back to this side and bring it up just like that. I just want to make sure this doesn't get super tight and rip that when you fold it back, because there we go. So bring it up just like this. And it always takes me twice as long to do this when I pick it up to do it again, because I can't remember how I did it. I tape that like 2 or 3 times in there just to hold it well. Then this part gets the same fold over. So you bring that over this way. This one comes in on the end. This one comes over just like this. And I suppose you could do this even wrapping gifts for your own family and your kids. I just use them for Operation Christmas Child, and we do as many as we're able to every year. And these go to children around the world. You can go to SamaritansPurse.org, and if you pay for the shipping online instead of putting money in the box, then they'll track it for you so you know where your packages went. And they go, sometimes they stay here in the United States. We have a lot of definite needs here in the United States. Some of them go to other countries, and it will track the progress of your box. There's a code that goes on there, like a QR code type thing. This side comes in, just like that. They even tell you what and how to pack a shoebox. You can do that on their website also. So if you're not sure what to put in them, and check back every year because it changes. I know I used to put toothpaste and lotion and shampoo and hand sanitizer and all that in there. And then the last few years I've had friends that are like, Jody, you can't put that stuff in there. They can't ship that anymore. I'm like, what? So check the website before you get excited to fill them. But I usually fill them, I just collect stuff throughout the year. So it's back to school time, I buy all the school supplies. You know, I throw a washcloth in there, socks. I always find fun socks for the kids and put in a pair of socks. I just feel like everybody needs a pair of socks. It just brings warmth. And then I do this end here. May not look the best, but at least it's going to hold. So when I do it with fabric, I hot glue it to the box. But as you can see, it is now done, ready to go. Ta-da! Nothing fancy, but I can put more in this than the shoe boxes from OCC also. Anyway, have a blessed Christmas. Bye.